is Juan Manuel Fundora Tirado, or you can just call me Juan. I was born in Cuba, in a place called Santo Domingo in 1991, so I'm 25 years old. I lived at a school in what we call secondary school. So it was secondary school, high school, and college. All that time I was staying at the school. That's normal in Cuba. A difference is that the government doesn't intervene that much with education. But it's hard to go to school in Cuba. It's very hard. It's free, but my parents will have to come once a week and bring me food because the school will not provide me with enough food. They will need to send me money every week because, even though it's free, you still have expenses and it's hard. I finished high school, and then a week later they got me into a bus and sent me to a military base. I was an explorator. I was in charge of overseeing 10 different positions. So I was like the sergeant leader of that.
So where did you go after the military?
I went to college. I went to Havana University. I studied foreign languages, French, Japanese, English. The problem is that after college, you get a good education, you become a great professional, but that's it. Like after college, you are limited to what you can do. So there is no future to that education. I got a scholarship to go to Quebec to practice my French. And then when it was time to come back, I decided that I wasn't going to come back, so I defected. Well, to be honest, I felt I had more choices over here. What I did, I just took a taxi to the border and, got off the taxi, went to the immigration office that they have over there and said, I'm Cuban, I don't want to go back to my country. And they processed me for 45 minutes and then let me in. And at that time, the dry food, wet food law was in place. So I became a permanent resident, immediately. Well, it's not in place anymore. It's been taken by Obama a week before he left. And basically, it means that if you got into the American soil without being caught, you could stay and apply after a year for permanent residency. I went to Atlanta. I lived there for 2 years. And my first job was in a car wash, and then I worked cutting trees. And then one of my regular customers at the car wash is a Nichols alumni, and he owns a carnival, so I started to work for him. And then, when I said, well, I want to go to college, he said, I have the best college in the United States that you can go to, and it's Nichols College. And I said, where is that? He said, it's in Massachusetts. I said, yes, but it's very far, I said. And he said, yes, but it's the best college, you have no choice. And then we came here, and I liked it, and that was it. I'm doing a double major, finance and accounting. I have a finance professor that says that the money's in accounting. So that will be like the basic. Like after I graduate, if I'm gonna get a job, that will be like the easiest thing to find a job in. I went back to my college and said, can I have my credits? And they said, no, we can't give them to you because you defected. And I lost my rights as a resident. For instance, to go to Cuba, I have to get a stamp in my passport. I have to act like a foreigner that comes to, a new country. And one day maybe I can go back to Cuba and start my own business or help, grow the country. And I think I will need those. I could have never imagined that I was going to be in college. I just stayed focused and did the right thing. Like I worked. Over there at the car wash, my other workmates, they were all Americans. And they just stopped dreaming, but I never did. So that's my advice, stay focused and don't stop dreaming.